1 on 3AW. That is the beautiful voice of Natalie Gauci, a multi-award-winning singer and songwriter. You'll remember her from Australian Idol, which she won in 2007. Natalie, you can't escape references to Australian Idol, but, you know, it just goes to show how long you've been a singer-songwriter in this country, in an industry which is so cutthroat. You've made it, and we're really thrilled to have you in to talk about your new album.
Thanks, Emily. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Now, you will release that new album, which is called Brand New Day, this Friday, the 5th of July, at Bird's Basement. You've got your 5-piece band together. If you would like to go and see Natalie play, Bird's Basement is at 11 Singers Lane in Melbourne, and tickets are available through birdsbasement.com. Looking back to those Australian Idol days till now, obviously winning Idol and having that platform to launch your career is huge. But after that, you can't rest on your laurels and expect that the celebrity will drive you through all these years later to albums, concerts, and the career that you've established. There was hustle there afterwards, wasn't there?
Absolutely. And it's not something I expected. I was a bit naive coming out of Australian Idol. I knew that I wanted to create this ultimate, album. There was a lot of pressure that I put on myself for that. And I think I did freak out about that because I wasn't sure which way my career was going to go. But I did, I think the first 2 years after winning were my best. And then after that, I was like, I have to figure my mental health out and where I'm going to be going, what I'm going to be doing. And I went on this search for a long time. It was 10 years. I went overseas.
Where did you live?
I lived in Europe first, and then I moved to the UK, and then I moved to America, and then I came home. So it was 10 years of like a journey.
And did you gig and play and write whilst you were overseas, or did you have a break from music over that time?
I did write, but I kept it all pretty much to myself. I even tried to escape Australian Idol completely and try and just go, I just want to be myself again. I just want to be myself. I didn't even know who I was anymore. It was actually quite insane. And then when I got to America, I think after that 7 years of being in London, slogging it out there, doing Ronnie Scott's, that's where I learnt guitar because I thought I don't want to carry a keyboard around the tube, So,
well, in all the great movies, you think about the hippies. They've all got, their cowboy boots on. They look cool. They're at Woodstock. They haven't got a keyboard under their arm. They've got a guitar over their shoulder. So, yeah,
so I thought I better start learning the guitar.
Yeah.
And then that took me on a whole new journey of songwriting. So writing on guitar is completely different to piano.
Yes.
And so I wrote about stories about my life at that time, experiences with relationships, my family. I wanted to build a healthier relationship with my family. And I'm like, I want to be a mum. I want to be a wife. I want to be, a good sister. And music became secondary to finding love, actually.
Yeah. What's it like to listen to songs from that time? Do you cringe? Do you find they bring back painful memories? Or is it joyous to listen to them?
This is a really good question. I've packed it in 2 sections. So I've done 4 albums that I've put up on Spotify, and they're the painful ones. And this album coming out on Friday are probably my best songs where I've had breakthroughs in my life, like really good ones.
So it'll be a big performance on Friday when you hit the stage at Bird's Basement. It will mean a lot to you.
100%. Yeah.
What are some of the singles from the album? What are you really hoping what songs do you really hope the audience connect with? You must have some favourites.
I do. I have a song. Well, the album's called Brand New Day, and that song in particular is the very last song on the album, and it's the very last song I wrote for that album. And that song was probably my biggest breakthrough, I think, because I really needed. It was like I got to a point where I wanted hope, and I knew that hope was coming. Because sometimes when we go through a struggle, we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're still going on. We're trying to find tools to deal with all of it. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, actually, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope for me. This is my time.
Oh, wonderful. Well, your next album will be, goodness knows.
Who knows?
There's been so much transformation. Tell us about your 5-piece band, who they are. Have you worked with them before?
Yes. So Jeremy Diffie is one of my greatest friends since, 10 years ago. He's the musical director in the band. I met him when I was touring with Patrizio Buone back in 2010. We were touring around
what a
Australia.
voice.
Yeah, it was pretty epic. And Jeremy was doing the musical directing for the big band there. And ever since we met there, he's done pretty much my music since then.
That's great. And have you played at Bird's Basement before? It's an iconic jazz club, landmark jazz club. Have you been there before?
I thought I did everything in Melbourne, but I haven't.
Great. Have you rehearsed at the venue yet?
Not yet. Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as part of the performance, you'll be launching Brand New Day, your new album, but you've got some Legends jazz songs that you'll be singing as well. What's that inventory?
Well, jazz has been with me since I started doing singing as a teenager. So Nina Simone, Ella Fitzgerald, Natalie Cole.
What do you love about those singers and those songs that you'll perform?
Ella Fitzgerald, I love her jazz improvising, and she inspired me to learn how to do jazz improvising. So I love that. That's one of my favorite things to do.
It's so interesting you talk about jazz, because I imagine when you were on TV competing for the Australian Idol title, jazz, you can't do jazz. You did. I looked up what you sang during the show. You did Divinals, Madonna, Pink, Christina Aguilera, all of the great divas. But in your heart, you just wanted to sing some Natalie Cole, I imagine.
Yeah, and Ella Fitzgerald. Like when I got up there with John Foreman, he was just like, "Oh wow!" He's like, "You're a jazz singer," and I said, "I guess so. Like it's in my heart, and I love just making up my own melodies. When it's jazz improv, you can just do whatever you want in those chord changes.
Yes.
So I love that.
Beautiful. Well, you didn't bring in your guitar with the intention to play. You were grabbing a few minutes where you could to rehearse ahead of Friday, which is the 5th of July at Bird's Basement. Natalie Gauci launching her new album, Brand New Day, and performing songs from her favourite jazz legends. But as we head into the break, could I ask you to play something for us?
Absolutely.
Maybe
why not?
Something from the new album?
Yes.
Okay, so birdsbasement.com for tickets to see Natalie this Friday with her 5-piece band. Tell us about this song before you launch into it.
All right. Well, I thought I'd do Brand New Day since it's the title of my album and we've spoken about it today, and just give a little faith and hope to people, hey?
Please, Natalie, thank you.
Okay, here we go. You might hate me for loving him, but I love him for leaving you, 'cause now he's mine. It's the first time I feel alive. Now I don't need to hide anymore. The future is looking bright now that I have found the love of my life. 'Cause I got a brand new day. Think you can tell your lies and we'll just compromise. We'll just think again. Maybe that will make you fall to your knees and say, please, please, coming my way, coming my way. Coming my way, coming my way. Ooh, yeah, coming my way. Ooh, coming my way.
Natalie Gauci there on 3AW. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
And enjoy launching the album on Friday night at Bird's Basement.